right, it's another episode of Your Daily Scrum with Professional Scrum Trainers, Todd Miller and Ryan Ripley. That's Todd, I'm Ryan. We get together each and every day to help you get better with your Scrum leadership and work practices each and every day. Like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Join the mailing list and do all that fun stuff in the description. You can also learn about our book, the classes we teach, and all sorts of stuff going on.
All
with
the
Agile for
things.
Humans. All the things.
All the Agile for Human things.
So Todd, today's topic, one that you and I have both had to we've either been this person or we've had to deal with this person. Yeah. How do you coach a difficult employee? That's a question that recently came in. And I think it's a good one because I think we've both either have been the difficult employee or we've both had to sit down and work with a difficult employee. So why don't you take the first rip at this?
I don't know that you coach. So by the way, this is just exclusively my experience with dealing with people that are a little bit more on the difficult side. Is I have made the mistake about not being direct and trying to almost work with them into them, molding them into a non-difficult employee, and that doesn't work. To me, in my experience, being very direct with that person, probably not doing it in a public forum, but sitting down and having that very difficult, direct conversation. Just say,
could you say that
you're
again?
being a little bit difficult, right? You're being a little bit difficult. Just like Siri might have
Siri was being difficult. Siri was listening to everything. No.
I couldn't help. I had to laugh at that one.
No, sorry about that. I actually, Todd, I tend to agree with you. Not surprisingly, I guess. I don't think most people in the workplace are coachable, right? I think we're all adults. We should treat each other as fully functional, competent, intelligent adults. And I think the thing we need to do is basically sit down with the person and say, there's a scene in Moneyball, right? Where Brad Pitt's character, Billy Bean, is teaching his executive assistant how to fire a player.
Mm-hmm. I remember this very vivid. It's
just be direct with them, man. They're professionals. Don't beat around the bush. Just hit it straight. And I always think of that when I'm working with people who are not meeting an expectation. And actually, first and foremost, it's my fault, right? I've likely not set the right expectation. I've likely not created the right structures for this person to be successful. And part of this whole process of coaching a difficult employee is actually reflecting on what incentives have I created for a person to behave this way, and how have I not communicated what's needed, and how have I'm really looking to myself first. Now, if I can cleanly lay out, look, we've had 3 conversations about expectations. We've had multiple discussions about what's needed. I've partnered with you. If I can honestly go through all of that and say, I've done this. And if this person is simply not doing what's needed, now I got to figure out, can I put incentives in place for this person to do what I need them to do? Or is this just not going to happen? Because like I said, I don't think you coach adults. I think you create the incentives for them to do what needs to be done. You create the autonomy, mastery, and purpose for them to figure out what needs to be done. Or you say, we love you. We think you're going to be successful, but we think that success is going to come from somewhere else. And you actually care enough to move them on because they're not going to be successful in your system.
Yeah, I think so this is an interesting point. And this, I think I might've made this before on a video, but I don't remember. This is very direct point, is that sometimes I really feel like we're hesitant in organizations to fire people. And the reality of it is that if there are difficult people and you've done the things that you can do to try to make them less difficult, the talented jerk can eat your organization alive. I've seen it happen over and over and over again. And I think that not all the time that this needs to be. I think we need to have empathy and try to understand where people are coming from, because we may not be doing that enough. But in the case where you're talking about, we love you, but good luck somewhere else, right? I think that we need to be direct. We need to understand that, and we need to pair with leadership to stop tolerating the talented jerk, right?
Yeah. Well, and I think most companies agree with this. Like when they put someone on a performance plan, a PIP, it's not to rehabilitate the employee. It's not because there's this deep belief that we can coach someone back to where we need them. It's because we need documentation within HR for when we fire somebody, that we can go back and say, well, we gave them every chance, we worked with them. And I mean, and so I think we just need to get past this myth. We don't coach people.
Mm-hmm.
We create incentives. We create goals. We create boundaries. We create constraints. And if they work well within them, great. And if they can't, after multiple efforts and attempts to work with them, it's not for them. And it's time to move on. And be direct, and that's, so working with difficult people, first of all, make sure you're not the one creating the difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can honestly say with a totally honest heart, clear eyes, that you are not doing it, you got to start looking at other things then.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree.
Let us know in the comments. Maybe we've said something here that you disagree with. Your comments make everything better most of the time.
And by the way,
let
Ryan,
us know.
Go Phillies.
Go Phillies.
Phillies are in the World Series. Let's go Phillies.
Very nice. Phillies are in the series, and Bryce Harper is clutch.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
All right. Be sure to like and subscribe. Never miss a video. Leave us your comments. Your comments help us come up with future videos. Check out our socials. Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter especially are pretty lit. Some videos are going to pop up. It's our free courses, and along with some merch. The Squirrel Burger hoodie is very popular. Be sure to grab one of those for yourself. For Todd, I'm Ryan. Go forward, do some great Scrum things. Work well in your organizations. Be direct with people. And we'll see you next time. Story